Title of this video is called Holding Atheists Accountable, and Thunderfoot.
Just all of them. Fuck them.
He's the arbiter of atheism.
He's basically saying, I am the atheist god, and I will now make my bold declarations.
Thunderfoot is the thumbnail. Yeah, I believe he is.
He is an atheist, yes.
Okay. Is that it? Is the video done?
No, there's more.
Okay,
Unfortunately, there's more.
I mean, I've made an entire series explaining why Jaclyn Glenn is bad.
No one would watch.
And Jaclyn has become popular. In my opinion, she became popular because she was a female voice. She was young in an area where it's usually old white men talking about things.
Old white man.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Hey there, Sonny, I'm the amazing atheist.
Yeah.
You're a middle-aged man. No.
I think he's talking about like Christopher Hitchens, Richard Dawkins, those kind of people being like seen as like kind of the main voice of atheism at the time.
Right, but he's basically saying like, no, Jaclyn Glenn isn't popular for anything she says or
I know.
her personality.
I know.
No, it's just she has tits. That's the only reason anyone fucking looks. So we could just put that.
That's why he looks. You can tell.
I wouldn't argue that it doesn't help her case.
Sure, it probably helps a little.
But
I mean...
She certainly isn't only subscribed to because she has female genitalia.
It's not like she turns the camera on and just like, boo, boo, boo.
I mean, basically what this guy is saying is like, why aren't I popular? If I was a chick, I'd have 1 million subscribers.
Maybe he should take those top 2 buttons down and see what happens. I don't know.
I feel like he thinks the collared shirt gives him legitimacy, too. He's like, I'll put on this collared shirt. People will listen to me. That's how this works, right?
People see a collar, they know I'm serious.
Now, of course, this isn't on Jaclyn Glenn. It's not her fault that she's an attractive young female. So it's much more about movement atheism in general, that we can't accept certain opinions or you can't become popular unless you are a woman, right? That we need this distraction of a female to like bring the
wait.
Yeah.
So
the 2 most popular atheists on YouTube that come to mind are you and Dark Matter. But neither of you are female to my knowledge.
But I do have big tits.
Yeah, but they're not perky.
That's what they mean.
They're perkier than they look.
He's like, wait a minute, you're gonna talk shit about my tits right now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm taking personal.
I might have to drive down to Ohio and do a field test just for
science.
Yeah.
I rub my face just.
I have enough beard right now to make it tickle.
Just give it a jiggle.
When Jaclyn does make videos, when she makes points, they're usually talking points. They're usually not well thought out.
As opposed to sign language.
Yeah. Well, no, he's saying talking points.
Yeah, I know what he means.
Okay.
Video responding to Jaclyn's response to State of Daniel, which was just terrible. Like, she wasn't even responding to what Daniel was saying. And usually the talking points she does repeat.
And by the way, State of Daniel is a fucking mental invalid who doesn't even deserve a real refutation, but she did actually give him one. And this guy is... My main problem with this dude's video is that he's supposedly going to be taking atheists to task, but you'll notice that nowhere in his video does he actually make any fucking arguments of his own, and he's constantly criticizing, they didn't make any arguments, Motherfucker, you're not making any arguments. You're just declaring shit like by fiat. Jaclyn Glenn, only reason she popular because she a woman, she got tits. If she didn't have them titties, man, ain't no one letting her. You know what I'm saying?
And also, it kind of comes across as, hey guys, pay attention to me. Look at all these popular people that I don't care for.
It's so we can put it in the tags, like Jaclyn Glenn. Like,
I know, right?
Like, I'll get views for this, right?
Yes.
Are not very good. Things like fundamental Islam is the truest Islam, whatever that means. And of course, there's...
I would assume it means it's the Islam that sticks closest to the Quran and the fucking, Sharia law.
Just like fundamentalism...
Yeah,
pretty much means the same.
Yeah, and we know what fundamentalism is, a defined fucking term, you idiot. I mean, you're not making any fucking case for what you're saying.
Things about Islamophobia that she's talked about before. But the point is that I think Jaclyn should be held accountable, right? That she should have to make better videos because she has all this power and influence. It's the same thing with American Atheists.
I think she should give me editorial control of her channel.
I don't really know what...
Then I'd be satisfied.
What does he mean held accountable? Does that mean... Yeah, that doesn't
What does he even
sense.
mean? Like, held accountable how?
She needs to be arrested by the atheist police, apparently.
Atheist police, come in the door, get down!
But
you're not representing atheism correctly.
Isn't how we judge this sort of thing the court of public opinion anyway? Yeah. Like, if you're popular, it means that other people agree with you. If you're unpopular, it means you're a douchebag and no one does. So it's like...
But there's people out there that want to artificially, like, you know, if your opinion is the underdog opinion, just accept that and try to change people's minds. But then this guy's like, no, I have to change what's popular in order to you know, like, you can't do that.
I saw him commenting on Twitter. He was talking shit. I think he's friends with Repsion, and TJ, when you made your comment to him about the shark fin soup, he was like, so now all of a sudden TJ's a vegan or whatever.
I never said I was a vegan.
Yeah, I know. He was yeah.
His typical straw man tactics.
No nuance exists.
They're raising all this money. They have David Silverman, who's making over $100,000 a year doing this tour circuit, and they use all the money
people are
and
paying. Who
influence
cares?
to do things that might get them more donations, might make their group be more influential, but it doesn't actually help secularism.
Okay, so here's the thing.
What?
I know.
People watch it on YouTube because it's entertaining. You know, it's not because it's, you know, trying to change the world or anything like that. And that's why no one watches your fucking videos, dude.
Because they're fucking boring.
Yeah, and the thing about American Atheists not helping secularism at all, have you paid attention at all? They've been only probably the most influential atheist secularism group in the United States since its inception. Everything they do is good so far. I mean, sometimes they're a little. I think they.
That's
on Christmas
that's
is a
actually
little dumb.
a common misconception. They're garbage.
They're
garbage. No, they're garbage. And I don't need a
garbage.
reason. I don't need to explain that statement. I don't need a reason. I have just declared that they're garbage.
I also like that,
And
he
that
says
should be respected because
legit.
I'm awesome, I guess.
And you wield influence and power.
I know I'm not wearing a collared shirt, but if I was, you know.
If you had like a suit on, maybe I'd listen to you, TJ. But
Ooh,
you're
a
wearing a
top
regular
hat.
Oh,
t-shirt.
yeah, get a
Yeah, I need a
tie
top
and you
hat,
automatically win.
I think a monocle would help too.
Yeah, monocle.
So the battle is we just have to out-fashion this guy.
We need fox furs of some sort.
Ooh. We could get
And of
fans.
course, this problem of accountability, I'd say, is very frequent within popular individuals. I mean, Thunderfoot comes to mind. Thunderfoot has pretty much embraced pseudoscience lately, especially in regards to feminism.
Especially.
Okay, so
Science in regards to feminism.
someone who is popular on YouTube for you know, being very educated as far as science goes is practicing pseudoscience. It's like you can go to Thunderfoot's channel and see real science. He, you know, he'll do scientific experiments.
Thunderfoot is in fact a scientist.
It's interesting that this guy said he studies mathematics and economics. So how can he make the determination that it's pseudoscience? Like,
Look,
what is the basis for
mean,
it?
there's
Oh, you know,
determination?
STEM fields, they're all the same.
There's people out there. I mean, look, there's people out there with scientific degrees who are full of shit.
Of course.
Thunderfoot is not one of them. You can't. I mean, you can disagree with what he says, but you can't. Labeling it pseudoscience is ridiculous. I mean, pseudoscience is something like reflexology
Or
or some
homeopathic
shit.
medicine, yeah.
You know, yeah, you know, you take this miracle cure and you'll be fine. You know, just we have the
Make sure to-
hidden cure for cancer
Yeah,
that the
make sure to-
medical industry has suppressed.
Yeah, make sure to dilute it by 10,000 parts, though, or it's not effective.
Has he even watched any of the like Thunderfoot's videos though, or does he just look for subscriber count and is like, I'm going after them next? Because he like tore apart solar roadways recently, and it was awesome.
Yeah,
And he
that was awesome.
And he was filming his experiments, and it was beautiful. And he went through all the math for nothing. What are you watching that I'm not?
He just wants people to be held accountable for not agreeing with him.
But what does hell? I don't know.
It means
Sounds
accountable.
right.
Accountable means until they share my opinions on things, they're not being held accountable.
Well, he's saying that Thunderfoot is practicing pseudoscience in regards to feminism. I don't really know what sort of science Thunderfoot was talking about.
Is he like saying like you don't need, I don't know, pap smears to check vaginal health, and you can just like look at it and like blow on it and
So
I don't know.
is he a proponent or an opponent of feminism? Because he was just talking about the only reason people care about Jacqueline Glenn is because she looks nice.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting mixed messages here.
Yeah.
He's acting like his viewpoints are so enlightened, and he said something more sexist than fucking.
She was asking for it. Just look at her.
That,
basically what he's saying.
apparently, men and women's brains are different, And that's why they have certain roles which they'd be better at.
Yeah, well, he's saying that Thunderfoot claimed this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But male and female brains are different. That's not even like...
Yeah, I don't even understand.
That's
like,
beyond...
where he's going.
I mean, you know...
They have more connectivity.
I mean,
between
I
clothes.
think, you know, I think that, you know, all human beings run an intellectual and emotional gamut from fucking A to Z. But I mean, there's definitely certain tendencies.
I'm sure most of that's hormonal too. But
right, yeah. I mean, there's different chemicals at work and shit. So I mean, like, I don't know what Thunderfoot was extrapolating from that, but I mean, that statement in and of itself is not incorrect or pseudoscience.
He calls this sexual dimorphism, right? And people started calling like this argument neurosexism. And of course, it's completely pseudoscientific. There is no good evidence to back this up. There are not well-researched, well-debated papers on this.
Yes, there are.
It's just like some silly little research.
So once again, he's just declaring something by, there's nothing like that out there. It's like, yes, there is. If you've done even like a modicum of fucking research, you'd realize that what you're saying right now is bullshit. But I guess you don't care because you're just like, I'm going to go down the list of popular atheists and be like, this guy's bullshit, this chick's bullshit. They're all bullshit because they don't agree with me. And I'm the smartest.
He's just trying to stir up drama to get views. It's so obvious.
Well, he's succeeding. We're helping him succeed.
Just look at this guy.
You're
What an
enabling
asshole.
him.
Yep.
You're an enabler, TJ. You're going to be giving him his fix.
I'm an enabler.
Research that can't be reproduced. And of course, Thunderfoot, his entire brand is logic and reason for the win, but of course, he's essentially embraced pseudoscience, right? That's the problem with creationism, right? Thunderfoot has made this entire series about it, but I don't think he's learned the point. The reason creationism is bad is because it masquerades as science. And of course,
I like how he explains
really
everything like we're
value
fucking
science.
stupid.
So it doesn't matter.
The
problem with creationism
is that it masquerades as science. It's like, what? Okay, like, why are you just imagining yourself talking to an audience of fucking stupid toddlers with vacant expressions on their faces? I can't follow what you saying.
I like how the toddlers
What
have
is
southern
science?
accents.
They do. They're fucking little burly redneck toddlers.
Name's Spud. I'm Spud.
My name's Spud.
He's the only one who has the answers, guys. He has a collar. God damn it.
I don't know my dad's name.
Mama said Daddy wasn't no good anyways.
If you're religious or non-religious in your pseudoscience, it's always bad. And I think groups like the Magic Sandwich Show should hold him accountable. People like DPR Jones...
Magic Sandwich Show needs to hold him accountable.
He never corrects Thunderfoot, even though he's clearly wrong, and he allows him to come on his show. Right? And Aaron Ra has sometimes criticized Thunderfoot, but I'd like to see one of them be brave and maybe make a video or maybe directly address Thunderfoot on his points about feminism and all the stupid things that Thunderfoot has done recently with gender politics. And, I can talk about the amazing atheist. He's another good example.
Yes, you could. Yes, you could.
Yeah.
Talk about the
Oh shit, it's on.
Talk about him.
He's
What do you
super
have to
popular,
say?
But he said really dumb things about the First Amendment. Things that
did.
are not even close to factually true.
Oh, okay.
I can talk about Richard Dawkins, right?
Oh, wait. You're not going to get into specific examples? Oh, how unusual.
You said some really dumb things.
I said dumb things which will not be pointed out or explained in any way, shape, or form.
Correct.
Awesome. That's really holding... he holds me accountable when he fucking makes blanket statements with with nothing to back them up, no argument, no sort of like, for instance, he said this, and that's wrong because of this, and here is my evidence for that case. No.
Here is my argument. There is no argument.
Shame.
This guy's a better theist than he is an atheist because he just makes like moral pronouncements and judgments about you. He's like, this is how it is, and everyone's like, oh, okay, I take it at face value, thanks.
This guy knows what he's talking about.
No, I'm extremely curious.
Islamophobe.
I don't know what you said about the First Amendment.
Yeah, I don't know.
He let me know nothing.
Yeah,
It
it's-
doesn't matter. All you need to do is just accept what he said, blindly on faith.
One thing I've noticed is that he's telling all these other people that they should make videos standing up to Thunderfoot and whoever else. Why doesn't he just do it?
Yeah,
you know,
he's not the hero we need. He's the hero we deserve.
He is not in line with most people's political views. He supports people like Pat Condell, who is a racist. Like, there's no other way to look at it. Or I'm talking about Sam Harris, who also is an Islamophobe. And if you don't think Sam Harris is an Islamophobe, think about some of the things he said about racial profiling. He thinks that the United States should start profiling Muslims. Now, how do you do that? How do you profile a Muslim in the airport?
So I don't know. He's saying Sam Harris said this. I don't know if Sam Harris ever said that.
I don't know either. I'm not taking his word for it, certainly.
I don't agree with racial profiling, but I'm not sure if this person actually said that.
I think we need to keep tabs on the Eskimos, man. They're fucking, you know.
They're just out there wailing whenever they want to.
Yeah,
Those
you know.
seals are just sitting around hanging out, and bam, they're dead. You know, could be bombs in those seals.
So
we don't know what's going on.
Do you want to move on from this guy?
Yes.
Okay.
Fuck this guy.
We let him talk long
We're
enough.
done. We're done.